What is up? What is up? It is your girl QWND. It is Dee. How y'all be, baby? Oh my goodness. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all a little something tonight. Because your girl is actually on a high horse right now. And you know what? When you say that your dreams are coming true and you're going to go for everything, babe, your dream is going to come true and you're going for everything. Like, speaking with certain people, like creators, their self, and extra stuff like that, I just really can't wait to get everything up and popping because I'm so ready for it, and I'm just going to be consistent about it because at the end of the day, when you say that you want to do something and all of a sudden, you know, your main thing is you're always focused on, okay, but I have bills, I have this, I have that, I have this. Y'all don't understand. I've been listening to my girl, Sarah Jake Robertson. She is, I think, T.D. Jake's daughter. She's a preacher too. And she's basically a preacher for, like, our generation. And just listening to Sarah, like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I feel a lot better these past 2 days. It's like, if I'm gonna do something, just go do it. Why am I even hesitating? Like, why am I even having issues to start what I want to start? So at the end of the day, it's like, you know what, I'm over this crap. I'm just gonna go ahead, do what I need to do, pull my big girl panties up, grab my kahunas, whatever the case may be, go on and go for this journey. Now, what I did do was sign up for more, influencer gigs and things like that. I'm even going to go get a portfolio done so that way I can go ahead and start with my, furthering my modeling career and everything. And it's really not just modeling. It's about the fact of influencers. Because, why not have people know the truth about something? But besides that, the thing is this. The main point of this cast is, I know you're probably tired of me saying it, but I'm just going to continue to say it because if we listen to it repetitive, that's when things start to hit us. And it's like, go for what you want. Don't ever think that, oh, my age, I'm too old. I don't care. I've always told myself anyways, like being a kid and watching all these adults be so serious, and it's like, dude, you act like you've never been a kid yourself, or dude, you act like you've never been young yourself. I don't care about what this generation says. Oh, you're too old for that, too old for this. Some of y'all y'all act grown as fuck, but still can't be grown. So let's be more realistic. I ain't listening to that shit, I'm no longer listening to the whole negative vibe of, oh, you're too old. You think you grown, and you still got a baby tooth in your mouth. Baby, don't play with me. You still got Similac of the breath. Are you still being breastfeed breast milk? Don't play with me. So that's why I don't like. And it's like, we really have let this generation just come and just crumple over us. I'm not. And a lot of y'all may feel like, nah, I don't feel that way. I don't know why she feels like that. I mean, where's she getting that from? No, I see it. And then the generation wonder why their kids come out beating their asses. Like, that's y'all's fault. Y'all came out with that negative energy. And then look what you produce, more negative energy. And then you want to look at the grandparents and the great aunties and the village people and be like, oh, what did we go wrong? When you left the village, you don't come back to the village. You go and go do what you got to do. Because, baby, some of y'all be crying to the village about your stupidity, especially when it comes to your life decision. So it's like, am I really going to sit up here and let people say, oh, you're too old for that. You're too old for this. Old. I'm not food. I don't expire. So what are you fucking talking about? Like, that's just how I feel. I'm not food. I don't expire. I may pass away and help this earth, but I don't expire. I don't get where you coming from. Old. And it's really funny to me because I think the reason why we get called old and everything, especially the people that are in their 30s on up, I'm not talking about you 30-year-olds and 31. Ooh, I'm talking about 32 and on up. And the reason why I say this is because of this. Y'all really be thinking y'all come at us sideways and talk junk. Oh, you think just because you older, you smarter? No, baby. Let me tell you something. You think just because you have material things already planted out and your parents had a great life, they did whatever they had to do to better yourself or whatever the case may be, but you still are unknowing to the world. See, what you don't realize is that y'all were raised off the situations where you believe in something that really can't appear. Like, I'm done. I'm done. Because the one thing that y'all really do believe in things that are like really irrelevant or things that we really have worked so. This is the thing. It's like things that you work so hard for, and I'm even seeing it in businesses too. But when you work so hard to gain access for the next, generation, the next group of people to come in and take over, what you work so hard for actually backfired in our face, and it's like, why the fuck did we even work this hard for y'all if y'all just gonna do this to us? Like, to be honest with y'all, if y'all have a gene child, you're fucked, because y'all are all going into fucking nursing homes. That's what all these houses and apartments are. These are fucking old senior active homes for our asses, because these kids don't give a fuck. They want us out their house, out their motherfucking face. They're getting houses and shit at 17 and 20. They're definitely saying, fuck you, mom, and fuck you, dad. You need to go to the nursing home. Like, dead ass serious. They'd rather have a nurse that's one of their friends that's trifling as fuck take care of you. Let me tell you something. You never too old to own your own shit. See, y'all be working towards retirement. I really had to start looking at shit like this, for real. For me to say, I'm never too old. No. What's old is when my body decays into this earth and I leave my mark. And that lets you know that my bones have sunk into the soil. That's old, baby, because the flesh is gone. And the bones are just sitting there marinating in the soil. That's old. Okay? But you know what? I'm really not old when I'm just marinating. I had to put a little bit of flavor into the world. And that's what happened. See, what you sitting up here doing is just saying, oh, you old. Your attitude is old. It's old as hell. Like, I can't wait for y'all to get old. I mean, really, I don't even care if y'all say, well, this is some of your generation, some of the people in your generation. I can't wait for their asses to get old, too. Because I definitely can't wait. While a lot of y'all still trying to work out and still get, natural bodies, baby, you're going to get lopsided. Now, all of a sudden, I see a lot of people say, I'm going to remove my BBL. Don't do that. Keep that shit in. I want to see how this works. You display yourself with this. I'm ready to see how this is going to work. Baby, this is hilarious, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm gonna keep saying it. It is what it is. I'm gonna look fucked up old. That's old. See, when you interfere with your body, that's old. You cause that to be old. Your ass and your titties. I ain't gonna lie, I thought about getting a little breast lift. Did I say? Yeah, I said that right. I don't know what I'm hearing. But anyways, I wanted to do that one time. Then I was just like, you know what? Is it worth it? No, it's not. I feel like if you get your breasts, boosted up, any type of surgery that has anything to do with your body, I don't care if... Oh, I don't. And this is the other thing. I don't care how much you tell me that you love yourself and all this junk and blase, blase, blase. You're not doing this just to... I don't care what you say. Because to be real with you, I'm just going to call it how it is. You don't care. You don't care. You don't care about your body, for one. And you truly don't care about your own emotions and your own feelings. But hey... It's neither nor here or there. I don't want to get bashed or, start being a bully because of the simple fact of situations. But anyways, like I was saying, you're never too old. And fuck it. Since y'all want to say, okay, well, no, they do use lipo and surgery for that. So, yeah, I'm not saying fuck it. I'm not doing any type of things that's needle and pushing my body or causing my... Let me say this. I feel like it's because of surgery, anger... anything like that. I feel like you are pushing yourself a little bit closer to death. Because at the end of the day, there's so much energy that you are wasting to be negative, and you're just negating yourself out the world. That's just how I feel. And it's just like, okay, well, let bygones be bygones. You know? Like, that's just how it is. I don't care. It is what it is. Because just know, like, for real, just know, I don't want to wake up to, oh, look, I'm a cyclops. And then all of a sudden, it's like, bitch, you do got an other titty, but the titty just flat because you decide to go get breast reduction. I mean, come on. And then the other thing that really stopped me was this. This is what really stopped me from my decision anyways. Even though it has nothing to do with, oh, you're getting old or anything like that. Breast cancer. Breast cancer. To know that that is in my family, and for me to go and boost up my little bitty itty bitty titty committee, I don't care. I love them. They're my best friends. We talk, we chit chat, we flop around, we do whatever we want. But my little itty bitty titty committee and me, we had to think about it. We was like, baby, we can't do this, because not only did it affects a lot of people in the family. It does. It truly does. Especially like my granddaddy. When you got granddaddy telling you, no kid, don't do that, you should really rethink about this, or at least go get it. Especially if he's telling you to go look into, like, your health. When your family starts telling you, you may want to look into your health first before you decide to do something. I don't want it. I'll go get a tattoo. I'll get a piercing. That's it. But I don't want nothing else. I don't want it. I don't want it. And it's not because I'm saying I'm too old. I just don't want it. Because at the end of the day, those are things that I feel like that will hinder me. But when it's things that you know that you can go for, like, okay, for example, you want to do engineering. You love to build shit. You know you are good with the pencil and the, the sketching and designing and messing with the blueprint. You know you're good at measurements and all that stuff. But you steadily in the situation where you're doing the whole 9 to 5 thing. No, and no. Like this weekend. I've been dreading to come back to work. I really have. To the point where I was like, well, if you being so dreadful about going to work, why aren't you putting all that dreadful energy? Why aren't you turning it around to make it a positive energy, so that way you can be productive and put that production energy into what you need to do? And it's like, you're right. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I do. So you have to really just sit back and say to yourself, like, comfort. I have, like, listen, like, I'm gonna tell you, I even brought Sarah Jake Robinson up. Well, I even brought her up. Miss Sarah has taught me one thing, not one, there's a million things she's taught me, but this one thing that sticked out to me. I am actually putting my own burden on myself, and I'm actually creating my own insecurities. And I have realized I have done that. I have created my own insecurities due to the fact of friendships. Okay, if they were meant to be, they were meant to be. If they wasn't, okay, well, send them out to sea so they can go ahead and sell out to where they need to be at, for real. And that's just being real. Like, don't be bitter about it. Don't be bitter at all about the situation. Don't be upset that, oh, you and a friend of this many years are not cool, but you want to show them this growth that you're working so hard towards. And it's kind of like, at the end of the day, you can't do that. Like, some people are there for this and some people are there not. They're not there for that. You can't include somebody in the project that you've already got set up and you've already created by yourself. And that's where all the negativity starts to come at, when we start to think that, oh, just because I'm this age, I can't do it. Or where I've already been shut down one time before. And I feel like all those negativity thoughts, I know that there's a word for it, but for me, Well, listen to Miss Sarah. Those are my testaments. I meant not my testaments. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Where I get testaments from. Those are my temptations. And what I mean by the temptations, those are my temptations to put myself down and bury myself in this hole when I know for a fact that I am this like bubbly, happy person. I'm goofy as shit. Just because there's a lot of people out here that's goofy, they may not like their type of goofiness, but they like mine because it's directed towards myself all the time. Like, I don't need to crack on the next person to make myself feel better. Like, baby, look at me. I can't stand when people feel alone because I guess I used to feel like that. But I want people to look at me like, hey, you're not alone. That's why I like to push conversations and have them and, so they can see once I tell them the story or whatever, they're like, oh shit, you did go through something. Yeah. But I always told myself at the end of the day, even as a little girl, I don't want to be a bitter old lady. Do you not know what I want to be? I've always either wanted to be the old lady in the shoe with all the kids, because I love the kids. Diddy love the kids, baby. I love the kids. I gotta, get hyphy with them or get funny with them or whatever the case may be. Especially if they're bubbly like me and goofy like me. If they're not, I just can't. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm not a psychologist yet. But once I get that PhD and you start to see Dr. Daphne, it's going to be like, yeah, baby, come and see me. But right now, I can't. And it's not that I can't do it. I won't. Let me say that. I won't. Because certain things that there's parents that should talk about it. And it's like, other things it's like, I'm not stepping over no toes, no boundaries, whatever. But then again, it's like, well, if you're going to see your child with me, I'm going to have to step on some boundaries. And if you don't want it, if you don't like it, don't come over here, then ask them for them. Because I'm just going to back up and I'm going to play like, hello, the little ghost. I'm Casper. I pop up when I want, when I'm needed, like, matter of fact, fuck that. I'm Candyman. Dee Dee. Here she is. What's up? You finally want to talk. You finally see that you ain't by yourself. Hey, what's up? That's what you gotta bring into the situation. But no. We sit up here and we just dwell in our emotions. And the reason why I'm saying it even like that is because I've done it to myself before. I'm like, that's what I've been going through. Like, this is what I'm getting off of myself. Like, sitting up here trying to please other people. Please, like, everybody just to, like, accept me. And realizing that I haven't been pleasing my own dreams and my own goals the proper way, the right way, the untempted way. Right now, I'm going through a tempted phase. And it's like, I no longer want to push. I'm no longer tempted to push my dreams to the side. I'm pushing them to the front. I don't care about what everybody's saying. Oh, well, you got to have this to do this. You got to do this. No, you got to put action. Action. Lights, camera, action. Click. What's up? The premiere is starting. What are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. Do I want to know? No, I don't want to know. I don't. But you really, truly do have to sit up here and just ask yourself, like, am I really going to let this hold me back? When I was getting bullied and I got tired of that bully bugging me, and I really sat up there and said, I'm tired of it. I'm going to get up today. I'm going to beat that ass. Those are the moments that you need to bring back to yourself. It's like, I've noticed that for me, it's like, ever since I got older, I started to care about what people said. Because I've done so much not caring. Well, let me say I've done so much not trying to care that the nots ended up being I care. And now I have to, like, push backwards and be like, everybody used to say, oh, you're fear. It ain't fear. This ain't got nothing to do with fear. Nothing. This is all straight caring too much. Caring. I don't care anymore. Well, I guess the fear does fall in there too because you care about what everybody says about you. Oh. But girl, if you see in your face, you would be like, what happened to you 10 years ago? You didn't have this on your face 10 years ago. What's going on? We had goals for achievement for clear skin. What is going on? And you're sitting up here like, okay, you doing too much. You doing way too much. It just seemed for me, it was like the deeper and deeper I get into this phase of caring, the more and more ugliness I start, like, not ugliness, but I notice that I'm draining myself. Because, well, it is ugliness to me. It's to me. It may not be to other people, but it is for me. It's ugliness because it's like, girl, your skin, your hair is kind of dry a little bit. You can do all the moisturizer you want, but your hair is still dry. You're stressed out for bullshit. You get irritated most pettiest stuff. Like, the jobs you be going for, they're good paying jobs, but at the end of the day, you know that's not where you want to be at. Like, stop going to these places that you know you don't want to be at. Certain places you don't want to be at. Certain food that you don't want to eat, but you eat it, and it's like, why are you forcing yourself? It's too much forcement. It's not fear, it's forcement. You know what? It's going to have to come back to fear, because I am going to break down the term fear. I am going to break that word down. Because fear has a deeper meaning to it just than fear. Like, oh, I just fear. You know how, like, they say, forward, fix on, road dead? Hey, you could afford it, though. Fix on, road dead. I don't know. Hey, it is what it is. But anyways, so, yeah, it's like one of those situations. We are going to break down fear. And I'm going to get it too, because it's going to mind boggle me once I figure out the term fear. And breaking it down, for me, it's like if I break it down, I can close it and just leave it alone. Or I can either just break it down and be every single last letter in that term, because like at the end of the day, you put me through too much. Just like depression. It's funny to me, the word depression anyways. And we have oppression. And like, I don't know. Certain words is just like, it's just weird for me. But it does help, a little bit. Because it helps a little bit describe what are these human traits. And what I be going through sometimes. Because it's like, But anyways, it's like, no, I'm done. No, I'm not going to continue to, and I may have said it out loud today, but I don't care. I do care. I do care because I made my announcement. Because every time I make my announcement, there's going to be a day where you're going to walk in and there may not be an announcement from me, because I have, leveled up. So, when you level up, you don't tend to hear the same person on the intercom. It gets a little bit different every time you level up. See? Level up. That's what you gotta do. Level up. Like Sierra said, I guess. But anyways, I'm using the term level. And we're gonna level it up, because ain't no way we're gonna sit up here and be upset that, 10 years later, be like, I should have did this when I was this age. Yeah, I should have did this junk when I was in my 20s, but at the end of the day, that's my fault and my decisions to do it in my 30s. 20s, you don't know what I was doing and what I was looking for. 30, I'm DeAndre, and I'm going to go for everything that I missed out on in my 20s. But it's not just that, it's the simple fact of what I've allowed myself to be messed up on too. I'm going to gain that back. And there's no punishment against myself. None of that. Please don't ever think that I'm punishing myself, because it's not. These are just reflections that I have went through and that I'm seeing. And it's like, wait a minute, are these coming back? Let me go ahead and reflect off that. How I felt. Why was I like that? And, let me go through all those strategies real quick before I start allowing myself to fall back. And then all of a sudden the dreams are just gone. I have seen a couple of ideas that I have had or grew up, even just happened as a little girl, and it's like, yo, I had an idea, like, yo. And it's like, wait a minute. I watched all these reality TV shows on black people and how black women come up and everything, especially with their own designings and their own businesses and things like that. And I'm just sitting here allowing my quote unquote fears, my oppression, depression, I'm letting it all beat my ass while I'm just being bitter for no reason. Like, for real, being bitter for no reason. Because I really do feel like sometimes I just be bitter for no reason, for real. And it's like, hold up, there go that word. You're labeling yourself as being bitter, something you say you did not want to be. And that's when I'm like, hold up, we got to work back on what we was doing. Where was I? Okay, let me get back in place so we can go ahead and practice some more. Because you really do got to do that to yourself. Like, I am not lying. You really sometimes just got to be like, okay, wait a minute. Where are we going with this again? Why are we doing it this way? Whose idea was this? Was this your idea? This was not your idea. Why did you allow this? Like, you have to start telling yourself that, like, questioning yourself like that every day. Every day when you notice that you're pushing yourself away from your dream or you're having a brain fart. Brain farts are the tip of it. The tip of it, temptation. It is the tip of it. It is when you start, if you set and sail and it was clear, now all of a sudden it's foggy. And then all of a sudden it's clear. Oh. Temptation. When in reality, you should have been focused. See, you should have your sailboat built a little higher so you could see a little bit above those clouds to keep on sailing, because, like, there was no way you were supposed to be blocked by your own. No. Especially when you make promises to yourself about your goals and everything and you don't achieve them. Do you really want to sit up there and look at yourself every day and be like, I didn't achieve my goals. I didn't do this. No, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and do what I got to do and do what I got to do and do what I got to do and do what I got to do. Like, no more playing games. I'm over it. Because I play with myself long enough. Not in that sense, please. Don't think that. Because, anywho, I've dealt with my own downfalls and mental, like, beat-ups every day, especially since 27? And I've been fighting her back. I have. And it's like, it's the older one. From another dimension. And I don't care if y'all say, oh, she sound crazy. Here she goes. She's going to just slip her into a little rabbit hole. There's no rabbit holes over here. Because you know what? I don't like to be captivated in situations where I can't breathe. So, I'm good. So yes. No rabbit holes here, baby. It's just straightforward. Just having a deep thought about the situation for you to see a little bit deeper on what is going on. Because some of y'all like to dive and think it's just shallow. It's not shallow. See, actually, it's deeper. It gets deeper and deeper and deeper and darker. That's why, how much percent of, and I learned that, 90% of the ocean is dark. Very, 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 very dark. Very, very, very dark. So, I say, keep fucking with it. You're going to see how hard it is to get back to that surface. You should appreciate the shallow water. Shallow. Is that shallow water right there? You know, you have to appreciate it. Because I'm being honest. You got to appreciate this junk. Because I'm not understanding why a lot of y'all be so shocked and surprised. Like, it's like when your mama tell you that's going to be hot. As a 3-year, you're going to say, hot, 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 hot. You're going to put your hand like, ooh, heat. Where this coming from? Yep, right there where you about to do. Now I'm good. And then you got the other kids. Now you like, hot, hot. put their hand smack on it, and then they understand. You just looking at them like, did you fucking really just do? Excuse my French, but did you really just do that? Did you really just do that? For real. And yes, I really have to start, watching what I say, because I think that's why it's like the cussing DeAndre trying to be on YouTube. I know. Didi is really trying to be on YouTube so that way she can get her voice out and help others, because I just want y'all to understand you're not by yourself when you think these crazy thoughts are happy thoughts, because it's like you're not by yourself. And it kind of pisses me off because I feel like I'm by myself when it comes to common sense situation. I'm goofy as fuck. I like to be goofy. I am that Capricorn. I am the 13th. I'm supposed to be bad luck, Black cat, ladder, broken, whatever. But 13 is supposed to be a bad luck day, right? Right. Don't know why, but hey, it is what it is. Maybe because of 13, I don't know. Colonies? The 13 original. Yep, there you go. 13 original colonies. Bad luck. Ooh, is that why? But anyways, we're not into that right now. What we are into is the fact that we have to stop allowing people to push. We have to stop allowing other people's sayings and comments. What else y'all like to call them? Oh my goodness, it's the tip of my tongue. I can't even get this word out for real. I hate that shit, but I meant that stuff. But what's it called? Forgot it. The word. But anyways, we allow people just to push it deeper down into the rabbit hole. Your rabbit holes. Because even mine, that's the rabbit hole right there. When your dream is being pushed because you're allowing other people's dictation about you be helpful to the weight, so it can be pushed further. And now when you do take those people out of the damage that you put upon yourself to be far away from your dreams, now you have to work even more fucking harder to get back to the bottom. You were already there. But no, you had to sit up here and let depression and negativity, those are the temptations that allow you to push your dreams and goals to the back. Oh, and I'll try to do a little mini survey, and it's like, you know what? This is how it's really going to work. It's going to work in my favor if I just continue to push myself out. If I continue to say, you know what? Hey, listen here. This is how we're going to get it done, buddy. Straight like that. Just tell yourself that in the mirror when you get up in the morning. Just be like, hey, you. Yeah, you. Talking to you. This is what we're going to say to ourselves. You. The fuck? Let's get up. Get motivated. Do our little cute, little fancy, routine that we created for ourselves. Fully, not half, fully. The whole situation. Now, dive a little bit deeper, and you start to see that even though that you're deep down there, there's still a little spotlight shining on you, because you're clearing it up. And now all of a sudden, the spotlight is getting bigger to the fact of you done pushed it up there to the surface where it to be seen, the dream. It's like digging for a diamond, looking for gold. That's how you get your dream. You gotta dig in there. Not sit back and just be like, oh, well, everybody else. Man, we don't know how the message is coming off to the people, and we really don't know if that's how people want the message to come off. Let's try a little bit of sauce in it. Put your own little flavor to it, and do what you do the best. Because there's a lot of negativity out here, and we allow it every day. And I just choose to put out positive. Now, I can sit up here and continue to allow myself to say, well, all this negativity in the world is winning, and my beliefs are corny because I've been told my belief was corny, and the thing of the ways I look at life are being shut down. No, they're not everywhere. Not everywhere. Put your voice out there and it'll be heard. You can't listen to everybody, especially the ones that are close to you. I hate to be that way. And there are people that close to you that you can talk to and share your dreams with. Like, trust me, I have those people that I can just share my dreams with and my goals and share my progress with them. And they're like motivating just as well I'm motivating to them, because that's what we feed off, is our motivating energy for each other, because that's true love. That's true connection. It doesn't have to be that type of love. I mean love like, yo, I got your back, you got my back. That's how it is. Friendship, a true friendship, or whatever you want to call it. But for me, that is a connector. That's another connection for me. Just like I'm another connection for them. And I'm allowing that connection. But the other connections I'm not allowing, because like it's too much. It's too disturbing. It's just too much. And sometimes it may, and the reason why I say it is too much is because the number one thing we don't really truly tell ourselves is that it's enough. We really don't. We really don't know how to say, you know what? This is my dream. You can shut the up and let me just live my dream. Because at the end of the day, you're like not even in the picture. And that's what you have to realize too. When you're doing your manifestation, when you're doing your vision boards, when you're doing your meditation, when you're doing your meditation at night, you're having these dreams, which are your meditations, and of course your dreams are going to either be upon whatever it was that you were thinking about, your goals or whatever. You had a productive day and you're happy. You're going to have a happy, peaceful dream because you achieved so much today. And now there's more to achieve. And now you're having a flow moment of how you want that achievement to go on. So now it's a chain reaction for you with the achievement. But if you allow that one little negativity linger in your head all day, the lingering negativity, the lingering fears, just linger. Make their own little chandelier in your world. Your best, I know it's your world. I mean, you can create a gun or whatever you need to do. Hey, a piñata stick that's 100 feet tall, I don't know, to break that mug down, because at the end of the day, remember, you are the one who allow these connections, so you need to know which ones are right for you. I know it's going to get hurt stepping all over glass, but sometimes tiptoeing too much can make the toes bleed and, make you off balance, and you may have other health issues, which I don't think you should be wanting to do all the time, especially in glass. So it's best just to say, you know what? I'm no longer allowing this negativity to get to me. No more. No más. No más. I love más because I met mi amor más, because that word right there means so much to me, especially when I learned it in Spanish. No más, no more. I am not allowing it no more. I'm not. Even when I have people say, see, you could be doing this, and it's like, okay, I get it. I do have a team. The ones who are giving me the feedback, the ones who are telling me, that is my team. Pick it up. Go for it. The ones who've always said that, girl, you always going to be this type of person, and I always think, because those are people that I've always had high hopes for too. It was just my fault that I didn't allow myself to keep those connections and continue to grow those connections, so that way they can be beautiful roses, a rose field or whatever, a daisy field, sunshine, sunflowers, whatever it is that I want out there in my field to grow. In order for me to get it to grow, to get that crop growing, I got to keep a better connection to myself and hydrate myself. Not just everybody else in the little field. I got to hydrate myself as well. It's nice to share, but at the end of the day, they're wanting you to just share little pieces with them, so that way that allows you to build a bit better strength and a better connection with yourself to get the dream pushed up to the surface. Because I know your little fingers getting tired of digging for diamonds. And in order for you to get your diamond out that rut, or to get that flower to grow in that concrete, you really gonna truly have to sit up there and work hard for it. Work hard, whatever, play later, however you want to say it. But I've always went by that. You work hard to achieve what you are achieving, and then you celebrate. But the celebration is a congratulation. You celebrate the whole time anyways during your moments. All your achievements, every step that you take, and those are your celebration. But the biggest one is a festival. Let me call it a festival. In order for you to get to your festival, you got to do a lot of celebrating. Celebrate every moment. Every moment that you have. And that's what I do. People are always like, oh, Didi's always dancing. What she dancing? I'm just dancing to the fact of and making myself positive because I'm achieving my steps. So I'm celebrating it. Celebrating every moment of it. There's going to be things that come my way. There's going to be negative things that come my way. Positive things. Neutral things. But I can't just sit back and be afraid and always want the positive and the neutral to hit me without the negativity. You have to deal with all three of them. Yes, maybe, no. Don't you got to deal with all three of those? Mom, dad, siblings. Don't you got to deal with those? Grandma, granddad, uncle, auntie. You got to deal with those too. Think about all. No. Grandma, granddad, your parents. Auntie, uncle, cousins. You got to deal three categories for everything. Even though they're broken down to 1,000,001 other personalities. But there are certain traits that are labeled for a reason to the highest, and then they're broken down. That's what you're advert. I mean, come on. You have to use it and be not inconsiderate. I'm sorry. You have to be considerate of what you're allowing yourself to be connected with. You really do, because working on this feeling and what I've been going through. For me, no mas. No mas. No more. I'm not doing that no more. I'm excited about the fact there was one thing that I was supposed to do and then keep pushing to push up my diamond. But I let that one thing, that one step, grow into more steps. And it was like, whoa, wait a minute, bring it back to one step, because why did that just open up like that? You know how, like, you're lighting up your grill. I'm going to use this terminology. This is going to be my situation right here. I'm going to use this one because this is the best one for me. And the one what I'm getting at is this. You light your grill up. You know how much charcoal is supposed to be in it, and you know how much fluid you're going to need. Now, in your mind, you know you just cooked out 2 days ago or whatever, a couple of weeks ago, but you still have more fluid sitting somewhere in the house. Now, when you get to the bottle, you're like, dang, I didn't realize I used a lot. So now you're like, should I just be lazy and not go? Should I go and get the extra fluid, or just work with what I got? You have 3 choices. You cannot go and go get barbecue from somewhere else or cook it on the stove or however, being lazy that way. you can say, F it, I'm just going to use what I got and work with it and make everybody in my family sick because I don't have enough, fluid to light my grill up so our food can be cooked all the way. Now I'm going to have to pop it in the oven. You halfway did it. Or you can just go ahead and go get it and just have a beautiful barbecue with your family or whoever it is. Even by yourself. You don't want to make yourself sick, right? Right. So just go ahead and go get the freaking lighter fluid and just go ahead and do what you got to do. Just go ahead. It's okay. But if you want to manipulate yourself and be a narcissist towards yourself, you can go ahead and do the last two that I just said. The previous two answers. I mean, it just boils all to you. And I had to really sit back. Like I said, listening to her, it was just like, you know what? I am pushing myself back. My temptation to be comfortable, of fearing fear, fearing life achievement, caring so much about what everybody else's opinion of me is. And it's like the real ones didn't really truly enter into my question. They just said, girl, lock that door and shut it and stop asking that dumbass question. For real. A lot of people are like, girl, you not too old, stop. Now you just throwing self-pity on yourself. And then I start to realize that as well too, like self-pity I do not like. Because I see it going around me for certain situations. And when you look at other people, you're like, are you seriously doing that? But when you judge upon their action, it reflects back on you and connects with you because you had this big complaining opinion about it. And now look at you. Stop it. No mas. Halt. Who goes there? Like, for real. Like, just at Halt. Who goes there? Why are you here? Go ahead and redirect yourself back out that door. Lock it. Don't come back. Don't even pass back to go to come back up in this mug because at the end of the day, you need to go the other direction and keep pushing because it ain't going to work here. You got to tell yourself that when it comes to these negative emotions and these pity pools at parties that you want to have for yourself for no fucking reason, excuse my French, no bamboozle reason that you're doing to yourself when you could be actually recovering your diamond to the surface and making all your dreams come true because you worked that hard for it. You were productive towards it. You didn't allow other people's dictations and opinions actually become facts and weigh on your little island and push it down further from your stone. And now you got more and more to dig up. So it's best to go ahead and pause. Think to yourself. Just think to yourself, what am I doing? For real, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you allowing temptation to come over you when you have a goal to achieve? Achieve it and stop letting temptation just, whatever your temptation is, like I said, mine's is comfort. I'm not tempted by comfort no more. I'm ready to get uncomfortable. Because being uncomfortable, it may make you sweat, you may have anxiety things, but that's actually breaking your anxiety when you make yourself uncomfortable. Allow yourself to go and have fun and be you. Show the world you like you want to do. Don't portray something that you know you're not or you ain't going to really put work into. Do you. That's why I finally said, you know what? I'm going to allcasting.com, making me a profile, did what I did. Got a couple of calls. Some were not, some were what I thought it was going to be. And then the other ones were, whoa, wait a minute. If I don't answer this and pay attention to this, I'm going to lose it. And always gravitate to those negativity ones that are coming towards me. No, let me go ahead and push for the ones that are coming towards me with good positive energy and that are really, 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 really truthful. Not this bamboozle stuff, you know? Like, you really have to tell yourself that. Like, no more bamboozling myself. Because I will no longer allow myself to be bamboozled anymore. No more allowing it. You gotta stop it. You have to stop allowing people to dictate you and what you do. Because it ain't gonna work. It's just not anymore. You gotta tell yourself, I'm done. And be done with it. No more conjuring it up again. No more saying, oh, I'm gonna do it this way, or I'm gonna, whatever the case may be. Whatever it is. However you're gonna do it, do it. But don't sit up here and dictate yourself again and allow it to happen again. Because once you're on that path and you see it's going great and good, stay on it. Don't stop. Don't let others' words weigh you down. Brush them off and keep it pushing. Like Jay-Z said, go and brush your shoulders off. Because we all can achieve something. We all are achievers. If we can achieve the fact that we can get a job and hold it down, we can achieve the fact that, okay, we can achieve dreams and goals. Let's get those too. If we can achieve this job, which was one of our goals, we can achieve anything. Especially once we put our mind back into it, stay in tune with it, and do what we gotta do. You're gonna get what you need. It may be even 10 times better for you this time. Maybe the first time was not what you were wanting or not what you were aiming for, but now this time, you got it. Like, hands down. You got it. Because you now know how you want it to play out, and you now know how you want to go about. That's just being real. But, y'all already know. That's the end of my little speech before it gets even longer. I'm already at 51 minutes, so yeah, I need to chill. But I really have to get that off my chest because, like I said, my podcasts are like my mini therapies for me. And it does help me out to, like, speak about certain little human traits that we do go through daily that bother us, that we don't want to speak about because we feel like if we speak about it, it's going to haunt us. No, not speaking about it is going to haunt you. Speak more about it. Get it off your chest. Like, if you got to write it out, put it in a song, whatever, get it off your chest because it's not worth it. It's not worth the allowing other people to dictate your dream when they should be really dictating their own dreams and getting it off the ground. Not just worried about you. But I leave that with y'all. And want you always to remember what your energy is for you, how you use it, who you allow around it, who you allow to drain you of it. But remember, it is your energy. Protect it. Love it. It is yours. Peace and love. Y'all have a good one.